Well, welcome to our X39 launch session.
Woo-hoo!
This is Tuesday, early May, and we are so excited to be with you. My name is Vanessa.
And I'm Andrew, and we are Senior Presidential Directors with Lifewave. And we've had our whole life changed over the last 16 months as we've come across this brand new technology that is changing people's lives in now over 80 countries.
So this simple patch here is a light therapy patch. You're going to hear about it. Your brand partner that introduced you to this call is either going to get one to you or get you ordering them as soon as possible, because this patch is changing millions of lives around the world. And we're going to just show you a quick presentation and really look at what was presented to us and the reason why we lent in so quickly, and now 16 months later, why thousands of people have joined our teams, thousands across Australia and New Zealand are patching, and yet no one still knows about the X39 unless you tell them or someone like your brand partner invites you to a call.
It's the best kept secret in the world at the moment. And it shouldn't be. So, hey, if you agree with me that you don't want to just live long, but you also want to live well, put a 10 in the chat, because so many people are living longer, but they're not living well. And some people also, aren't living as long as they should. And so this product, this technology has the potential to change all of that. And so if that's a value for you, wellness, health, living long, living well, having vitality, not being aches and pains, not having to take pills for everything, but live strong, clear, well-guided.
Look at what that, excuse me for a second as I just get that right. Actually, why don't you just start first without our slides? Well, I get our slides all worked out.
So the X39, it's a regenerative and preventative patch. So I'm not sure what
can you hear us? Poor reception.
You can hear us? Fantastic. We're having internet problems where we are, sorry, at the moment. So hopefully that won't be an issue throughout this presentation. But this little patch, we arrived back from Canada and America, away almost 10 years. And my best buddy, 25 plus years, called me up and said, "Have you been patched?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You haven't smoked in 30 plus years. What do I need a patch for?" He is, no. He's 10 years older than me. So he turned 60 this year. And he said, "Hey, I needed energy." He said, I wanted something for my health and wellness. I came across this. He goes, "My hair's growing back stronger. Even the natural color of my hair's growing," which was a miracle. And he said, "My energy's gone through the roof." Not that nervous energy, but that real clean, healthy energy. And he said, "Hey, you love helping people. You love health and wellness. You're in the industry and you're an entrepreneur. It's worth looking at." And I'm so glad that I trusted him to just say yes, because our whole life was turned around in an amazing way. And now we know we literally know thousands of people more now than we knew 16 months ago, and hearing stories of transformation like I've never heard before.
So here's the problem. Our stem cells are in decline as we age. And so by the time you are 30, only half of them are working. And stem cells are the body's raw materials for everything that is going to optimize your wellness. And so if they are now going to sleep by the age of 30, half of them have gone to sleep.
Can you believe that?
By the age of 60, we've lost nearly all of them. This is the problem, and X39 brings a solution.
Exactly. I didn't know that the faster you age, the slower you heal. And then at 30, like she just said, half your stem cells are gone. And well, actually not gone, they've gone to sleep. And at 60, they're pretty much going night, night. Well, we believe we have, and we're seeing so many incredible testimonies around this, of a technology that's going to help with that.
So this is how the X39 patch we just showed you worked. It's phototherapy. So basically your own body emits heat and light out from your body. it bounces onto this patch, and then it mirrors a message, just a light frequency back into your body that's elevating a peptide that we don't have enough of, called a copper peptide. And that copper peptide is responsible for stem cell reactivation. There's no drugs going through, no chemicals, no
Game
stimulants.
changer.
We've been working lately with some professional athletes asking, well, are we going to get caught for doping? No, nothing is
Not at
going
all.
into your bloodstream. There's nothing in the patch that's an oil. There's no nicotine in that patch. It is a light frequency that those small little white parts are salts and aminos. That's what's called nanocrystals, just because it means minute crystals. And that technology is sending a message to your peptide to elevate in your body.
It's all organic material, friends. So if you've heard about stem cells or been curious about stem cells, why don't you write that in the chat? Just say stem cell in the chat, because we know so many more people are starting to understand why we need our stem cells activated and getting curious about it. But we do want to say the Lifewave products are never intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition. But the fact is, we are seeing thousands of lives being transformed because of this new technology. And we're excited for you to be the next story as maybe you step out and try this for yourself. So, hey, Vanessa's going to share this part with you, but I just want to say,
no, you do it, because I love when you say it.
This patch is so simple. It was made for men. Because, I mean, but guys, come on, help me out here. When your wife gets all excited and she goes and buys all these pills and the this and the that and the this mixture and that mixture, and you got to have this one before you have that one. I'm a simple guy. I'm just like, can you just give me one thing? Instead of the green pill before the blue pill and this drop before that drop, it's one patch, friend. You put it on back of your neck or under your belly button or anywhere where you have pain. So you might wake up with some back pain. I've got an old back sports injury and everything, and car accidents. And every so often, I mean, at 16 months, I hardly have any pain now from all of this. But every so often, that gives that little niggle. I'll put it straight on. It goes for me. 12 hours on, 12 hours off, because this is getting all your stem cells activated and your copper peptides going. It's like a whole machine happening there. Remember, this is all organic materials. There's nothing like crazy in it. It's all salts, aminos, and sugars. That's a messaging system. But you need 12 hours on for your body, 12 hours to rest, because your body needs to rest and rejuvenate. That happens when you sleep. And then you just throw it away, and then you put on a new one the next day. Rinse, repeat. I put it on before I have a shower, before I go to the boat, go to the beach, to the ocean. It's all waterproof. It's actually tested for the heat of Dubai. So what you need to do, though, is drink lots of water, because your body needs to flush all the toxins, all the bad stuff, and to make sure that this works the best with the patch to be able to have the optimum results.
Huge benefits, and we're going to hear some stories in a few minutes, but increased strength. A beautiful partner in Montreal, Quebec. She's in her 60s, and she said after 2 weeks of patching, she's lifting weights like 30-year-olds, and they're wild and so excited.
So convicting too.
Yeah, champion her. So she's had great success sharing the patch. Mental clarity. We're talking about that brain fog going. Within 6 weeks, your brain becomes balanced.
Sharp.
Reduced inflammation, because inflammation is the root of all the disease in our body. So when we can get rid of that, incredible things just naturally start to happen. Restored muscle and skeletal conditions, again, without making claims. Our daughter's scoliosis pain was completely, just really set free from that pain in her body. She hasn't complained about it again. Amazing patching partner of ours that was patching and had a hip replacement surgery planned. After 6 weeks, his doctor called because they said, what is he patching with? What is this technology? We're canceling his hip replacement surgery. He's gone on to retire. He's kite surfing in different parts of Australia. And we follow him on Facebook, and he tells everyone in his world about this.
And then his doctor started patching. I mean, something's happening when that happens. We're seeing doctors all over the world, because doctors are human. They have issues as well. They're patching and getting results. Increased stamina, Vanessa.
And improvement of sleep. So this is amazing. Again, personal storytelling.
We're hearing it from almost everyone I'm talking to is their sleep's getting better. Now, some people will get it quickly, others it'll take time because it's been a while for some of these things to be happening for you. But I was 3 months in, I was on a sleep apnea machine for 18 months, looked like Darth Vader every night, my poor wife. And after about 3 months, I decided, you know what, after patching, I just feel like I don't need this. Took it off, never looked back, slept all the way through. I have energy the next day. I'm not tired. I was the guy the last 15, 20 years, always tired, always tired, always tired. Even started having nano naps at 3 p.m. Hey, no judgment with that, but I got too many things to do to have nano naps these days. And I was doing it for about 3, 4 years before patching. I don't have any of that now. I go all the way through to 8 o'clock. No problem. So improvement of sleep, we're hearing, that was for me, energy and vitality, and improved skin appearance.
Yeah, it's so powerful, and so many more people that we are really believing and are seeing impacted. So we want to just talk for a moment about the long-term results. Why don't you share about this for a moment?
So yeah, I love this. Firstly, if you want a deep dive without going there straight away, because I know you're probably very curious and excited, after this session, you can go to thisisitinfo.com, thisisitinfo.com, and that is a whole website about the technology, about the founder, about the owner, case studies, clinical studies, so much in there, as much or as little as you like. You can go and have a look at that. But here's what I never knew. When you first put this patch on, within a few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. I don't even know I had 4,000 genes. Within 6 weeks, brain becomes balanced. And that was one of my personal testimonies. I'm sharper, more focused. My ADHD is more managed than I've ever been in my life. Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Again, hello, who wants a bit more collagen happening? But not just even on the outside, but on the inside around your vital organs, which is so important. And then within 6 months, your heart reverses in age. They did a clinical study. It's in that thisisitinfo.com, and with a whole bunch of participants. And the average heart reversal age was 8 years. And so in 6 months, so it's huge. So incredible things are happening. I love what the inventor and founder, David Schmidt, says about this. He says it's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. Again, give me a holler if you wouldn't mind a little bit of age. Sorry, a little bit of age reversing. So awesome. That's happening, and we're seeing it. We heard a testimony this morning of someone around that. That was awesome.
So great topography map of a brain after 6 weeks of the X39. The red and inflammation markers are gone, and there's so much more clarity between left and right brain. So, you know, brain inflammation is responsible early when they're young, kids are young, for a lot of the neurodivergent challenges around autism and Asperger's. And then when people are older, it's often expressed with Parkinson and dementia. So if you can get rid of brain inflammation, again, some wonderful things will start happening in people's body. Here's the big key though. Absolutely. This is a patented technology.
I love that. What that means is no one else can get it. We're the only ones that have this. So there's a couple of good reasons about that. Is number one, it means you know where this comes from. You know the genesis of this product. You're not getting it off some, like, and I would go nowhere near an Amazon or a Facebook or eBay. You don't know where that thing's come from, what's in it, all of that. You can only get it through the person that referred you to be on this presentation tonight, that believed in you and was concerned about you and excited for you to be a part of this, to see this technology. So the other thing is, if it becomes another income stream for you, because this is going gangbusters around the world, even if it's just to pay for your products, so you're not having to outlay that week by week or month by month, it means that we have no competition. So this patent, I mean, it says, patents say what it, does what it says it does, is a result of elevating the copper peptides, which is what we're all hearing about, including the activation of stem cells. So that's in the patent. Activation of stem cells, improvements in energy, elevation, and antioxidants. So we can trust the science of this because of the patent. And he has 200 patents now. So this guy is a serious guy in what he's doing. And this is what we love about him. He's a CEO and an inventor of the X39. He has now over 200 patents. So he's not stopping. He wants to continue to go and to build incredible technology for humanity. He's a scientist and an inventor, and he specializes in age reversing. So you can look him up. He's really well known. In 2008, he focused his attention on stem cell research. So he was, he was ahead of the game. Before all the people that are talking about it now, he was thinking about it in 2008.
Yeah.
And this X39, which has changed the game and changed the company, took 10 years. So he didn't just come up with something and throw it on the market 6 months later. He took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring this to market. That's how, precise this man is about what he does.
So we love to focus for a second again on reminding people that the research David did was on copper peptide increasing in your body. All you have to do is Google copper peptide and you'll see it is literally the peptide we don't have enough of in our body.
That's right.
You'll hear so much about peptides these days. You can get them in supplements, injections, very expensive, quite painful. This is the peptide responsible for longevity of your cells. So if you want to deep dive, feel free to do it around the peptide that this X39 is elevating. The amazing thing is about this opportunity, it is unique. There is nothing like it on the market anywhere in the world. So not only is it an opportunity, we really feel as brand partners like it's our social responsibility.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't go to market any other way. This is our social responsibility in every call we have, in every person we meet, to at least offer them the opportunity to learn about the X39. When we read the words extremely affordable, for less than a cup of coffee a day, we landed back after 2 weeks away in Bali this morning. He goes to get a coffee, it's $8. This technology is around $6 Australian per day. So it's now less officially than a coffee.
Let alone a beer or a glass of wine somewhere. I'm like, this is a no-brainer. I mean, I'm not sure about you, but you are fit like a hand closed or a hand open type of person. I'm a hand open type of person. I want to hear opportunity. I want to hear you've got something that could change my life. I want to at least give you 5-10 minutes to know what you're talking about before I choose to say yes or no, or to hear more about it. And that's what this opportunity is. It could literally change your life.
So we're going to talk for a moment about testimonies. Before we do, we want to say this: what a patch on you, because what light frequency will do in you when your own stem cells wake up will be unique to the person next to you. So you don't wait for your own story to also share with someone else about this patch, because your story might take 90 days, 6 months, 1 year, but your neighbor's story might take 1 day or 20 minutes.
That's right.
And that's what we're finding with this technology. We will not diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease or medical conditions in our claims, but when your body gets optimum conditions to begin to heal, that's what your body is longing to do. So we do often send a health tracker with our patches when you order, because we want you to see about the top 10 things that are going to start to see your body orient towards wellness. So ask your brand partner when you order, at the end of this call, when you're ready to order, ask them for the health tracker so you can start to celebrate the small and the large wins.
Because many times things change, you don't feel it anymore, and you totally forget about it, that you had that pain, you had that issue, you had that click clack in your knee that you don't have anymore. Well, when you can write that down, all of a sudden you can start seeing what this is doing.
So the testimonies are all on This Is It info, but these are some personal ones around like ADHD, cerebral palsy, some really incredible impact we've seen over this last 16 months and over 2.5 years here in Australia of use.
That's right.
And then you can go to This Is It. You can search all the different kind of things that have gone on and challenges for people, but we always tell people, go look at the 3 videos on children. They are the most life-changing stories. And in fact, if you can be on a call tomorrow night, the parents of a non-verbal boy with autism that's now speaking and moving and just living quality of life, you're going to hear from them out of the States. But we have our own stories like that here in Australia as well. These are the kind of before and afters visually, from backs to skin to bones to nerves. Amazing, amazing results for people. Some hair growth and cancer recovery and skin issues, which we love,
Amazing.
scar surgeries, just so many amazing results for people. Doctors are talking about it, but there's nothing like hearing from people we know and love here in our own community on the Dream Team. So Kaylene, will you just come off mute and share your story of X39 use over the last 3 months?
Yes. Thank you, Vanessa and Andrew. I was invited to one of your presentations in February, and I had on that particular day, that presentation, I had a stroke. And how the stroke affected me was I lost my eyesight in my left eye and had a very kaleidoscope eye in the right eye. I also had a lot of body weakness and tiredness because of that. So I saw this presentation as a blessing from universe, from God, whatever you want to call it, to say, right, this is you got to do this. And it was a no-brainer for me after I saw your presentation. So I've been patching for 3 months, and I praise what it has done for me in regards to what it's done for my health and recovery. But also, I ended up having a minor stroke last week. And I was in the shower at the time when it happened, and my visual started to go again. I got all the kaleidoscope happening, and I knew what was about to happen. So I came out of the shower, and the first thing that I did was put one of the X39 patches on my forehead. And within 2 to 5 minutes, literally my vision cleared and was good again. And the thing that I was waiting for after that was also the body tiredness. And obviously I didn't have the weakness that I was suffering the last time I had it. So I see the proof in this patch for me on what it's done for me. And I just know what I'm watching also and observing through other people that I'm patching, through my clients, and also through the results that they're getting from people that are also patching. So I can't praise it high enough in what it's done for me, and how I'm seeing it just do so many great things for other people. So, you hear people saying, is it a placebo? Placebos, anyone can talk down this experience, but until you've actually had something that you can experience for yourself, the proof is in the patch as far as I'm concerned.
I love that. The proof is in the patch. And you know what else, Kaylene, we love about watching you? You patch, but you shared, you were very leaning into the fact that you would trust the technology and the other stories while you were getting your own story too. And you were sharing with people as soon as you heard about it, right? So
absolutely, yes. It resonates with me in so many ways because energy, I have been involved with energy on so many different levels. I do red light therapy and so many different types of things. So this has always resonated with me, and it was a no-brainer for me. So when I realized that it was light technology, that this was, it just is a no-brainer, because that's what we are. We are light. And we are not told this from the medical fraternity, and we have to understand that light is important to our bodies. And we're getting blocked with sunscreens and things like that, which is not allowing us to actually get the full impact of light into our bodies and into our eyes, because the eyes are the extension of the brain, and we need to get light into those aspects of ourselves. So I could talk about it forever. I just love the technology. It's easy and it's effective. And that's my personal story. And I know I keep hearing stories from other people that I'm also patching.
Who votes that we hear Kaylene do a presentation soon? Absolutely. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
For sharing about the impact, because you are meant to be on this earth and nothing is going to take you out. So
thank you. Bless you all. Love you both.
You too, Kaylene. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's one of the big reasons why we're a part of this, because it's literally changing tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands across the world, people's lives, giving their lives back, changing their mobility, being able to think about the future. It's just incredible to be a part of. So, hey, the big question you're probably going to be asking is, how much does this cost? How do I get my hands on this? And again, this is less than a coffee per day. If you could put in the chat, say less than a coffee. It's less than a coffee. I just paid $8 at Gold Coast International Airport, $8 around the corner, $7. This is cheaper than that. And yet it's preventative. And it's also, I forgot what the other word is, but regenerative. Regenerative and preventative in what it's doing. So, Vanessa, why don't you take us to how much this is going to cost?
So
how much this investment is going to be.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you say that a coffee a day still feels like a challenge for you, then why don't we challenge you to go one less coffee a day, because actually your body would benefit. But the coffee lovers don't need to hear that. So listen, it's about $6 a day. So the way that you get access to this product, the best way you're going to get access is at the wholesale price. We'll show you a bigger picture of this right here. You're going to choose either a 3-month package called Core. This is approximately in Australian dollars around $515, and you get 3 months worth of product. In that little envelope, there is 30 days worth. So you get 3 months. Core just means I am committed to the 90 days that I know minimum it's going to take for my body. I don't want to do anything else with that yet. I just want to start at Core. And we would say go for it. Get it today. Get your order
100%.
in tomorrow. The faster you get that, the faster you'll get patching. However, Core will not unlock for you the opportunity to really begin to run this like a business. You can earn 100 US back per week on a Core order, but really the magic happens when you choose the advanced pack, which is 6 months worth of product, and it comes down to about $87 US per month instead of 99 at the Core. Or the real beneficial package is when you come in at premium, you're going to patch a large family, or you're ready to get that product out to a whole lot of other people. This is called our entrepreneurs pack, and this is our most popular pack because the patch comes down to $84 per month in US.
$87.50.
You save about 600 US just by ordering it, and you don't have to do any other ordering for 3 more months.
That's right. So for those that are excited about this opportunity, want to get it to as many people as possible and create another stream of income. I mean, we all know you can't live off one stream of income anymore. We can't trust our governments. We can't trust like all of what's happening around the world, that for the next 40 years of our life, that our company's just going to look after us and everything's going to be great. We need freedom. We need sovereignty. And so for many people, this has been an absolute godsend, that as they share it with other people, help other people in their health, they're compensated for it. So it's at Core at $295 US, which is around 550 Australian dollars with the exchange at the moment. The advance, you actually get a little bit cheaper. Instead of $99.95 per sleeve at the Core, it's around 94 or so at the advance, and then it's $87.50 with the premium. And so people, I would say to people when they're like, oh wow, like that's an investment. And well, number one, you're worth the investment. Number two, if my car breaks down, I'll spend $1,000 without even thinking to get that fixed. Yet my body is going to carry me for a lot longer than my car's going to, and I am more valuable. And to have these results and to be at my top peak performance in life and to be healthy, you got to put a price on it. And for $6 a day, I just think this is incredible. Why the owner and inventor has gone the direct selling model is so that he can bring it to a price point that everybody can afford. Because if this was in the hands of corporates, if this was in the hands of big pharma, if this was in the hands with governments, this would be like 10, 20, 30 times the cost. And so for 3 months minimum to get a result, but to really get your stem cells operating at capacity to be beginning to do all the work again, is 1 month per decade of life. So if you want a quick fix, don't come here. Some people do get a quick fix, but it doesn't fix everything. But if you're committed to the long term of your body regenerating, of you getting those health benefits, of you being able to reclaim your health back, this potentially could change your life.
And as we close, we want to just highlight that the owner chose the direct selling model so that you could say, oh, if I share with 4 people, I can cover my own costs. He doesn't want, if this technology and his
That's
vision
right.
is going to 1 billion homes, he doesn't ever want someone to say, I can't afford it, which if it's in a corporate, you will always be saying that. So the model of direct selling is share with 4 people and begin to cover your own costs. But as we wrap this up, because we partner with a lot of entrepreneurs,
Absolutely.
you also need to understand the huge business opportunity. So when you have your call with your brand partner straight after this call or tomorrow as you go to order, we want them to be able to have a conversation with you. Do you just want to patch and be a patching partner and experience the patch? Or do
Absolutely.
you want to run this like a business? Here's our 3 most highlight points around the business that you could talk to your brand partner about, because this is what excites us for so many thousands of people we're partnering with. Here's the opportunity. Just 3 things we want to end by saying. This is 20 years old as a company,
Yes.
so it's not an overnight, like, new
We
fly
love
by
that
night
about
thing.
this business.
This is not a Me Too product. So we're not talking about more supplements, more pills, more powders, more anything. No one else has it. So it's both social responsibility and, as Andrew said, screams opportunity. And the third thing is, it's just about to hit $600 million in turnover
Amazing.
in the last
No,
few years. It's
it's
escalated.
already done that. It's about to hit $1 billion as a company, and it's now in over 80 countries.
Exactly.
So if it's just about your health, go and get your health sorted, friend. Your brand partner is there to help you with that.
Yeah.
For others, and even when you start that, as you start to get results, or you're patching someone else and they get results, you won't be able to help yourself, but start sharing it with others. And for many of us, seeing that we can help people, but also create an unbelievable potential income as another income stream, this is a great opportunity. So, hey, I want to encourage you. When was the last time you were given an opportunity that you passed that you sort of regret? This could be the one for you, for your health, and also as an opportunity for you, for your financial sovereignty. Could be one of those moments that changes your life. So thank you so much for being a part of this presentation. Please go back to your brand partner who asked you to come to this presentation. Timing is really important on when, especially if you're wanting to share with others and be compensated for that and build an income stream. Jump in as fast as you can. And because as soon as you make that decision, you want to be patching that day. And if you live near a brand partner, especially your one, they will potentially have extra stock in hand. They can give you a month's worth.
They probably came in
because they came in at premium. They can give you a month in advance. And then when yours comes in, which Australia Post, who knows how long, you can then give them a pack back. And so that you can start today. So we look forward to hearing your stories, and maybe you'll be the next person to do a testimony on this presentation in the weeks to come because of what it's done for you.
So from Andrew and I, representing an incredible team of brand partners here and around the world, we just want to say we really, truly believe that the best days ahead of you when it comes to your health, when it comes to your wealth, your family, your loved ones, and we can't wait to partner with you on this journey. So thanks for being a part of tonight's call. Circle back with your brand partner, and we'll be excited to hear your stories.
Have a great night, everybody.